Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm doing a Penelope Cruz inspired look for you. This was actually requested by Glossy Mushi. She asked that I do an everyday look based on Penelope Cruz's kind of like go-to look. I've seen so many pictures of Penelope Cruz with the same makeup on, so it was kind of easy to copy. So one thing I did wanted to let you guys know is to please keep in mind that my eye shape is nowhere near Penelope Cruz's eye shape. She's got much bigger eyes. So just kind of keep that in mind when you watch the tutorial, that I definitely don't have the same look that she does. So I hope that this is helpful, Glossy. I hope this is what you kind of had in mind for an everyday look. If not, please feel free to message me and kind of direct me to a link or an image or a magazine, and then I can do another look. But for those of you that are interested in kind of a quick everyday look, this might be something that you're interested in. Before we get onto the tutorial though, I did want to share an awesome tip with you guys, and this was left in the comments for my, I think it was the Fashionista video, but she said she gave me permission to mention this tip, because I can't take credit for it, even though I think it's awesome and I wish that I could. But M2BRS, lowercase a, capital A, left a comment about using Post-it notes for eyeshadow guards. Now look at this. Now I probably would trim the edges here so that I don't poke myself, or maybe even kind of cut it out a little bit so that it's, you know, rounded like so. But look at how awesome. And I mean, you can put your eyeshadow on, maybe trim it up a little bit, you know, but it'll catch all that fall down from eyeshadow. What an awesome idea. It falls right off. And I mean, it's a long guard, so instead of just protecting this part of your eye, it protects your cheek and everything, and what an awesome idea. So I wanted to share that with you guys. That was a very good idea. Okay, I'm going to quit talking now, so let's get on with the tutorial. Since today's look is so easy, I wanted to go ahead and show you guys some alternatives for the brown color that I'm going to use on my lids. So the color that I have chosen today is from the Oh So Special palette from Sleek. It is this light brown color here. So if you have this palette, I would suggest that color for this look. A lot of times when I've seen pictures of her in magazines, she has kind of a light brown on her lids, so that's why I've chosen that color. But if you have the Naked 1 palette, Naked would be a good alternative for this look. If you happen to have picked up the small Stila Daydream palette, there's a nice brown right here that you could use for this look. Let's see here. If you want a more metallic-y brown as opposed to a matte, because the shade that I'm using is a matte finish, and I've noticed that a lot of times the eyeshadow that she wears is a matte finish. But if you like something a little more metallic-y, there's this Avon palette. It is called Caribbean Sunset, and I think it's, yeah, this color here. It's the lighter of the two browns. You could use something like that. If you use a light base like, if you use a light base like Soft Ocher Paint Pot, or even the NYX eyeshadow base with Pearl, it'll kind of lighten that brown up a little bit. It won't be so dark. If you have the 88 palette, matte palette from BH Cosmetics, and I just broke this today, I dropped it, so it has come apart on me. But if you have the, actually no, this is the shimmer palette. We don't want that one. We want the matte palette. If you have the matte, the standard matte eyeshadow palette, you can use, where is it? This color here, right there. So that's the whole palette. It's this brown one here. Third from the top on the left-hand side of the palette. If you're holding the palette right in front of you, it's on the right-hand side. But that's a nice alternative color for you to use. And also, if you have a Smashbox palette, this is the Smashbox Softbox Eye Palette. I bought this last year. There is a shade in here, and this one is called Nude also. That's what it looks like. That would be a very nice alternative. And then one more alternative for you from MAC would be Wedge, which is this color here. And that is a matte finish as well. But I am going to go ahead and use my Sleek palette. I have not used the Oh So Special palette in an eyeshadow tutorial or a makeup tutorial. Matter of fact, I think I've only used this palette 2 or 3 times. So I thought it would be nice to kind of break it out and use it today. As an eyeshadow base, I have used Soft Ocher Paint Pot. I really like this. I've recently gotten back into using this. That's what it looks like. It really does help to make your eyeshadow pop. So if you're using a dark eyeshadow and you want to lighten it up a little bit, just go a little bit lighter on your eyeshadow base and it'll help with that. I'm going to use this brush here, a larger eyeshadow brush, to apply this color. And like I said, this is just a very light brown, but typically the color that I've seen on her lids is it's quite a light color. So that's why I decided to use this one. And we're just taking that up to the crease. We're not taking it onto the brow bone. From that same palette, I'm going to take this color here. This is an off-white color, and that is a matte finish as well. And I'm just going to run that underneath my eyebrow here. Now just to add a little bit of definition, because I don't want this to appear too flat, I'm going to take this darker brown here. That is also a matte color on just a blender brush. And for those of you that are wondering, this is just a Target brush. I have several of those. And what I'm going to do is just lightly run that right onto my brow bone. Sometimes using one eyeshadow color can really make your eyes appear kind of flat. If you feel you've gone a little too dark, you can go back into that off-white color again with your blender brush and just very lightly go over the edges to soften it up a little bit. I'm going to take a little bit more of that brown on a small eyeshadow or a small shader brush. Run that right underneath my lower lash line, just very lightly. It's not even that much. Okay, what I'm going to do now is use an eyeliner, and I have this one from Buxom. It is a Buxom Insider eyeliner, and the color is Topaz. And it's a very nice kind of rich chocolate brown. This is what it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and line my upper and lower lash line with this. And I'm going to get as close to my lash line as I can. Kind of rubbing that or pushing it in between my lashes as well. The picture that I'm going off of, her eyeliner does not have a wing to it. So I'm going to stay true to the picture. And I'm actually going to put this right into my lower lashes. So I'm just going to kind of push it into my lower lashes. Okay, what I'm going to do now is to go back to that small shader brush that I have. And I'm going to smudge this. I'm just dropping everything. Just right along the lash line. Just to kind of soften it. And smooth it out just a little bit. I'm going to go along my lower lash line as well. But you can see already that just by smudging it, it's really softened it up a little bit. You know, this eye compared to that one. And then what you can do if your line is too dark or you just feel like you need to add a little more softness to this look, you can take some more of that brown color and a small brush and just kind of run it right over the eyeliner. I am going to put some of a flesh tone. I'm going to put some more of this on. I am going to do a bit of a flesh tone eyeliner on my lower lash line, but I'm waiting for the mascara to dry. So I'm just going to put on a little bit more concealer because I wiped most of it off. I'm having a for my cheeks, I'm going to use a little bit of my Milani Luminoso blush. Because like I said, I love using this stuff in the summertime, but also the picture that I'm going off of, she does not have a lot of blush on. So I just thought I would use the peach. Because it's not overpowering. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put on my Flesh Tone eyeliner, and I'm going to be using my Paula Dorf Baby Eyes eyeliner. There's no color to it, it's just called Enhancer. Hoola bronzer on a Real Techniques blush brush. She's not real tan in the picture that I have, so, but I'm just going to put a little bit on. Okay, and for lips, I'm going to use my Revlon Colorstay lip liner in Nude. This is what it looks like. And her lips in this picture are relatively nude, so I'm going to make mine nude as well. And now for my favorite lipstick, my e.l.f. matte lip color in Nearly Nude. This is what it looks like. And then what I'm going to do is just take my finger and then a little bit of my e.l.f. Glossy Gloss in Berry Blush. Okay guys, so we are all finished with today's look. I hope that you like this. This was actually requested by Galushi Mushi. She asked that I do an everyday look based on Penelope Cruz's kind of like go-to look. I've seen so many pictures of her with the same makeup on, so it was kind of easy to copy. She does line her eyes all the way around in most of the pictures that I've seen, so that's why I decided to go ahead and do that. So Galushi, I hope that this is what you wanted. If not, please message me and kind of refer me to a link or a picture or a magazine so that I can do exactly what you wanted. For the rest of you that are watching, I hope that this is helpful and something that you can use. So you guys take care. I will see you soon and have a great day. Bye.